What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today is going to be a real quick video on blacking out the emblems on my 2017 Dodge Charger RT, as well as tinting the side marker lights. Let's check it out. So here you can see I've already started prepping for blacking out my emblems. Now, the previous owner of this car had blacked out the emblems, and I'm guessing they used Plasti Dip. Now, nothing wrong with that. It's how I do it. It's how a lot of people do it. The only problem with it is that over time it does tend to need to be redone. It'll start to peel, the corners might start to wear, or along the edges might start to wear, and that's what happened here. So all I did was I came in with little rubberized squeegee tool for doing like tint and stuff, X-Acto blade, and just kind of picked at the corners, peeled it off, and then once I got all the old Plasti Dip off, I cleaned it with like some detailing spray. You can use glass cleaner, rubbing alcohol, whatever, just something to get the area all clean. Then I masked it off, and then I ran plastic, and all I did, I let the plastic hang over it, cut the section out, and taped it up. So now, you know, just to protect the car from any overspray. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray this with some of the Plasti Dip, and then you don't have to be too accurate with your masking. You can see here I didn't mask like inside the H, try to get down inside the E, around the M. You'll be able to come back once that dries and scribe it and peel it right off, and then it'll just give you some nice clean lines. But what you want to do is probably 4 really light coats. There's all kinds of different information out there. People will say, you know, you can go with 1 heavy coat. Some people will say up to like 6 really light coats. Whatever you want to do, just I would suggest do it light coats with some, you know, drying time in between, and just put it on real light. And once it gets to a look that you like, then you're good. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to start applying some really light coats. So there you can see what I did was I unmasked everything before everything really had time to fully dry. I wanted to limit the chance of the Plasti Dip sticking to the tape. So I unmasked it while it was still tacky, maybe, not fully dry. And then anything that did kind of peel away, I took this plastic swedge tool, this little thing for doing like tint and stuff, like vinyl tint. And I use that to go around the emblem, and just anything that may have started to peel up, just kind of push it down around the emblem, cleaned up those edges. And then what I started to do on the H here was, so I took my X-Acto blade. Now, obviously I wanted to do my best to keep the point away from the paint, and I tried to angle it underneath the emblem, just to scribe the Plasti Dip in there. I mean, there was no pressure on that at all. Just enough to scribe it a little bit, being real careful, and then I used again the swedge to kind of, and the X-Acto blade to just peel it away, and it broke free, nice and clean. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and finish up around like the H here and around the M, and just get the rest of this cleaned up. That looks a lot better. I am just really not a fan of chrome. Now, I mean, there is still some more cleanup that needs to happen. It's not fully done yet, but you get the idea. Now I'm going to go around and do all the other emblems, and then I'm going to move on to blacking out the side marker lights. So when it comes to tinting or blacking out your side marker lights, you can buy kits to do this. Stuff already pre-cut and ready to go. I have some of this vivid vinyl tint that I used on the tail lights. I'll link to that video. I think it'll be over here. But I'll link to that video up here. I have some of this left over. So all I'm going to do is cut a piece a little bit larger than the area I'm working on, and then warm it up and just work it down between the side marker light and the bumper. It should go on really easy. This is just a flat lens. I'm going to wrap it around and try to get it tucked in really well so it doesn't worry about it ever peeling off here. Should be pretty straightforward. One down, 3 more to go. There you go, guys. Just a couple of quick little easy projects to get back in the swing of making videos. Things have been kind of crazy around here about the last month. About a month ago, found out I got COVID, was down for 2 weeks, and I had to go out of town for a week. Wife went with me while we were there, found out she had COVID. So yeah, things have just been crazy, but everything's starting to get back to normal. So hopefully I'll get back in the swing of videos coming out every week. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you on the next one.